All right, Heart fans, welcome to the 2024-2025 Heart Men's Wrestling Media Day. I'm your host, Tony Hager with IA Wrestle. Today, we are joined by St. Ambrose University head coach Bo Buttonson, along with student athlete Jaden Terrenez. Guys, the season is here. We're trying to maybe get down to weight, I'm sure. We're excited for the whistles to start blowing.
Yeah, I can't wait. We got a dual Thursday, so we're getting after it.
It is here. It is
Yes,
here.
sir.
So excited to have you guys back here. Coach, year four for you, coming up as a head coach there at SAU. Uh, just tell us quickly, just about this year's team, maybe how it's been a little different in years past. These are some of the guys that you got to see as freshmen when you were here now. So being able to see how you operate on and off the mat and leading this team into the season.
Yeah, it's a little bittersweet, right? Because these are like this team is basically all seniors. I can't say that, but there's 17 seniors on this team, so it's kind of bittersweet because it's a lot of those guys are going to be gone, but it's also really exciting because we're really tough. We got a lot of senior leadership. Brought in a couple new guys on the staff, so yeah, I'm just really, really excited for what the season has in store. I think we're gonna have a good year.
You've got Jaden here
Hmm.
representing you guys as well. Just a little bit of the importance that he means to a team on like you said, a team that has a lot of seniors, a lot of depth. What does he mean to your program?
I mean, he's kind of the pillar of the program right now. He's big leader, big leader of the program on and off the mat. Just the way he holds himself, the way he conducts himself. All the guys look to him about just his work ethic. He's first guy in the room. You hear that a lot about first guy in, last guy out, but that's legitimately what he is. I think he leaves the gym after I do every day, which is I try to make a point of being one of the last ones to leave, and he's still in here doing stuff. So, it's easy for him, or it's easy for the guys to look like, hey, what do I want to do to be successful? Jaden's been a two-time qualifier, and it's like, what does he do every day? Well, he does more than everybody else. So if you guys want to be there, just look at what Jaden's doing. So it's that example is really easy to point to.
Jaden, this has been a family affair for you. You have siblings that wrestle there. Hearing Coach just talk about how you represent yourself and ultimately the program. Has it been just kind of instilled in your head that you're gonna have SAU in your blood for life?
Absolutely. I mean, from the moment I met Coach Bo, he's become like a family to me too, and we make it a point to do that in our room too, just with all the guys. Like we're a brotherhood, you know. Those are my guys. Like I would do anything for those guys, and yeah, I mean, I bleed baby blue and navy, so um, yeah, it's been really cool. I've had a uncle on the staff and uncle as a teammate, and my younger brother Parker was on the team for a little while as well.
So being from Moline, wrestling's obviously huge in that town. Um, Being able to represent them as well. Was was it was it hard kind of transitioning to having your pride for your high school, your town, and going into college, or is it just kind of been an easy kind of mix into to be proud to wrestle for SAU?
I think those things kind of stay the same, it's very similar in high school. Like, we were really close. We're like a family there too. So, it's something that's, um, always kind of just been a mentality with me. Like, I mean, we go through some of the hardest things together. So it's the same thing from high school transitioning into college. I mean, we do some really grueling stuff and we spend a lot of time together. So it's really easy to build that bond and create those relationships with the guys. So, I don't think it was a hard transition. It's just something that's kind of just always been the same for me.
Okay. What weight do you plan on wrestling this year, Jade?
I'm going back down to 165. I tried out 174 last year, but I'm making the descent down to 65 this year.
What kind of went into that thought process?
Um, well, I was pretty light after or like towards the end of the season last year, and I just didn't feel like I had the size and maybe just a little. I just don't know if I was strong enough for the weight, and it just seemed like a good option. I spent most of my college career at 165, and I know what it takes to get back down there. So just not eating as much in the off season, not blowing up, and just staying strong and staying lean. So yeah.
I mean, nutrition has been really, I say the last 4 or 5 years, it's been more of an emphasis on coaches of that off the mat, lifestyle, right? Of not getting ballooned up, like you said, and trying to cut it down and doing it the right way. So I do feel like the sport is transitioning into, go where you're healthy, but do it the right way, right? So, best of luck, getting down there and your season down there at 65.
Thank you.
It'll be
Coach,
easy for him.
what?
It'll be easy for him.
It won't be too
Easy,
bad.
easy to get down there.
It'll be easy. He's not that big.
Well, Coach, you mentioned talking about having some new folks on the staff. Why don't you talk just a little bit about your coaching staff there and how much of an impact you think they'll have on your program?
Yeah, I mean, so the staff has it's just grown. So I haven't gotten rid of anybody. Coach John Taranas, Jaden's uncle, he's still here. He's still around. So that's really nice. Is like that first kind of core. Coach Aaron Bartles, he's still around helping out when he can. So that's been nice because there's been that consistency. But then Coach Dan, he was the graduate assistant last year. He decided to stick around and help out for another year. So that's really nice. So the guys kind of have those kind of core that we've all been here with. But then adding Cole Kreinbring, he wrestled here last year, kind of. He wrestled one match, blew out his knee, so he didn't really get opportunity to really wrestle. But he's finishing his master's program, so just adding him to staff and just kind of that consistency again of somebody that the guys already looked up to last year with his work ethic, what he brought to the room when he was able to wrestle. So now that he's kind of healthy, being in the room and grinding and working out with the guys has been cool. But and then adding Julian Broderson from Iowa State, that's been huge. Just because right, he has a professionalism about him that I think maybe some of the guys haven't even seen. As a head coach, I try to model it, but sometimes it's just coach being coach, right? It's like, whatever, coach, you don't know what you're talking about. Having Julian come in and kind of reinforce everything that we've been saying. And then he has a lot of good stuff that, maybe that I don't necessarily do. He's a very large human being. He does some stuff that I just can't do, right? As you can tell, I'm super huge. So, just kind of technically we approach the sport a little bit differently. So we sit down and when we're talking about technique, it's, hey, I kind of do these things, and he'll go, okay, hey, I do some of that stuff, but I also do this. So just kind of adding in a different thought process has been really cool. I think it's helped the guys. He brings an intensity that I don't necessarily do. I'm a lot more laid back, and Julian's he's laid back, but he's a little meaner in the room than I am. So just adding that to the room, and then you have a 23-year-old Julian Broderson in here beating guys up. So the bigger guys have been getting their hands on Julian quite a bit, and I think that's helped them a lot. Just help them grow kind of that confidence. Like I tell our 97 pounder every day, like, dude, that's probably the best dude you're going to wrestle all year, and you wrestle him every day.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. Coach, just a couple things on your schedule that maybe you have circled, maybe some key matchups for your squad this year.
No, any opportunity we get to compete is always fun. I'm really, really excited for our senior night, which is January 15th against Southeast Community College. Couple reasons there. It's just senior night, right? We get an opportunity to kind of send off that big core group of guys that really built the program. So kind of treat them right and send them off. And then that one's really cool for me because that's Coach Terry Pack over there. He was one of my coaches coming up as a kid. So anytime we get opportunity to kind of welcome family into the gym is always fun. That one will be fun. Anytime we get opportunity to compete against Augustana, the D3 across the river from Rock Island, that's always fun. We're at them this year, but it's still a home duel, right? That's fun. Just a little QC rivalry. Yeah, really any opportunity we get to compete, I think is fun. But yeah, those are the two real big ones that we have circled that we want to make sure that we put our best product on the mat.
Jaden, hearing Coach just talk about the senior night, obviously the senior class is important. to this program. You know, what's been kind of like the most memorable moment that you've had with this team so far?
You know, I don't think there's like one key like memorable moment. I just think it's just the accumulation of just the 4 years. Coach, he told us from the get-go, like this stuff's gonna go quick and in the blink of an eye, we're in our 4th year and we're all seniors. So it's just been a pleasure. We have a good group of guys and um I call them family, like we talked about the brotherhood. So those guys are gonna be with me for life and I'm just excited to do it one more time with these guys and Coach Bo and the rest of the team.
And Jaden, obviously, team's important to you, but personally, the decision to go down, obviously, to 65. What are your mid-season goals, and obviously the end year goal?
Mid-season, I think I take that back. I think I'm really trying to buy into what coach preaches to us, and it's not, getting on the podium like everyone says that they would be a national champion and everything like that, but I think that it's really important just to see how good I can be, not worrying about the results and just trying to get better every day and embracing that and just always improving.
Uh, coach, just hearing him, that not focused on the end result, right? Clearly, you
Yeah.
have been able to cultivate a culture there of discipline and just a mindset, right? What is that something that has changed over the 4 years for you?
Um, Maybe a little bit. I think I definitely get caught up, right? And everybody does. And I was a really young head coach when I got here. It was like I wanted an All-American so bad, right? So you kind of chase the result. Athletes do it, coaches do it. So this year I've really tried to take a step back and go, why do we do this, right? We don't do it like, yeah, you do it for the accolade, but you do it for the love of the sport. Scoring points is a lot of fun. Winning matches 18-5 is way more fun than winning 3-2 matches, right? 4-3 matches. Like, let's go score points, have fun, see how good we can be. Don't worry about the result, worry about the next position. And if we do that, we have a lot of talent on this team. We can have a really fun year. But if we just get caught up in the result and the pressure of right getting on the podium or getting to the national tournament or winning this match so that we can win the duel, well, that's when bad things happen. Forget all that other stuff. Let's just go have fun, right? Because a lot of these guys, this is the last time they're ever going to wrestle, right? You got one more season. You got 25 more matches. What are you going to do with those 25 matches? Are you going to dread them and wrestle tight and walk away from the match going, man, I could have done more? Or are you going to just let it go, let it fly, and let the result be the result?
Love it, Coach. Well, we're up for time here. I
Yep.
appreciate both you guys coming on to talk about your program. The Heart is obviously always going to be competitive with teams like yours. Building on what you've been able to do there, Coach. The wrestling facilities, your wrestling room is top notch, and keep on keeping on with that kind of that coaching philosophy for our youth. So I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And Jaden, I appreciate your time and best of luck. And next time I'm in that area, I hope to stop in that room.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
come on down, man. That's pretty cool. Come check it out.
Thanks, guys, for
Always
your time
welcome.
today.
Of
Best of luck.
course.